on the trot. But that was after a couple of runs. And just looking at him, Kiana, I just think that he might take a run or two to hit his peak. So we're going to wait for him for next time.
Agreed. Okay, Micro is the 2. Les Tilley for Dale Groves.
Quite a nice horse, this fellow, formerly with Godolphin, had some decent form, and Dale's done a pretty good job with him. Forget last Wednesday. It was just one of those races where the rail was out and he was just in an awkward spot where he could not see daylight at any point in the home straight. So you'll see where he was beaten 3 lengths. He possibly would have won with a bit of luck on his side. So hopefully he'll get that today.
Certainly a tough watch. Okay, Savvy Lad is the 3. Boris Thornton for Simon Foster.
Probably another horse that's going to take a run here and probably better served over further.
Torbeck is a genuine campaigner, the 4. Gary Guerin riding for Corey and Kylie.
Third at Chinchilla, then won Gundawindi last time. He's a horse that likes to roll along on pace, but this is another level on those 2 runs that he's had back.
Titanium looks fantastic, the 5. Justin Huxtable for Barry Lockwood.
Yeah, he's a back marker, but he can really hit the line hard on a good day. You saw that last time when you were at Gatton there, Kian.
Up the fence.
Yeah, well, a number of times we've seen him come along the rails there. So look out for him over the final part.
Gary Schwenke has the 7. Magic in Me. Malia Castle claims 3.
He's going well, this fellow. He just seems to struggle, though, when he comes to the midweeks in town.
We look to the 8. This is Show of Stars. Jaden Lloyd for O'Day Hoisted.
A very interesting runner here. She's a UK bred, but did her racing in Ireland, where she had 9 starts for a win and 3 placings. Her win was as a 2-year-old on the synthetic track. I thought a trial was good at Deegan. It was a Class 3 trial. She won it comfortably. She was fast away, settled 3rd on the rail, given a bit of a slap up, and she responded a bit gawky late. So I'm not sure whether she can win this, but I think if they ride it quietly and she finds the line, we can maybe look at having something on her next time.
Brentwood's having a great preparation. The 9, Jimmy Orman for Tony Gollan.
They're coming to the midweeks. He's been rolling along up on the pace there and winning at the sunny coast. So he'll probably try those tactics again. He's drawn wide. He just might have to do a little bit of early work.
Whitewater is the 11. Resumes today for David Van Dyke, and Cole Wilson-Taylor does the riding.
Yeah, the map for a few of these doesn't look flash, but it does for him. He should be able to find a beautiful spot in the first 4 or 5 with a bit of cover. He's won 1,600 metres here at Eagle Farm. I think it was on this very day 1 year ago. So a great chance here. His 2 trial wins prior to his first up assignment here have been good.
Okay, we look to the 12. This is Confessed. Andrew Mellion for Chris Lees.
She's possibly dropping back a little bit in grade, coming out of a Class 4 at Doomben, where I thought she went quite well behind Hype. She'd be a chance.
Danny Begall has the 13. Expresso Love, Minonette Kennedy replaces Yvette Lewis.
Second up from a spell, and Dan Begall's done a great job with her, winning 5 races and 8 placings from 28. She's been placing it beautifully. This is a bit harder, though, than a couple of those polytrack wins at the coast.
James Healy has the 14. Mio Sorrento. Tiffany Brooker rides. We've got the blinkers off again.
Okay, well, he's a family horse, this one, Kian. Tell me all about him.
Unbiasedly, he's the best-looking horse here.
He's been going okay?
He has, and he's just been jumping that touch slow in the shade, so Jim's elected to take them off today.
All right.
All right, Invisible Tears is the 15. I thought it was a tad disappointing last start, sent out as favourite. Tegan Harrison, Gillian Heinrich.
Yeah, after that moderate run up a sunny coast, she was inspected by the vet, couldn't find anything significant, so not sure what to do with her. She's 3rd up today, and the map looks all right.
Mark Goodwin has the 16. Bushido, the grey, Michael Carl.
He's got him going well in the country. He was a midweek standard horse, 12, 18 months ago. So I'd be interested in him here if you're going very wide. He'll put himself up on the pace.
And Jack Duncan has the 18. Charlie's Case. Taylor Marshall with the tongue tie off.
I think when you analyse his overall form, he's definitely up to running well in a race of this nature.
In Holland, who has a part share in Mio Sorrento. All right, it was a very open field earlier, Michael, pretty much since markets open. It was about 5.20 the field, but now they've stepped into Whitewater, 360 over Micro, who's still at that 5.50 quote.
Well, it's been a year since he's won. It was this track, 12 months ago, over the 1,600 metres. But his form since then has been good enough without winning, and he's just been so well prepared, and the map looks so good. He's possibly the safe way to go here.
That's what I thought. He was a safe play.
So you put him on top as well?
I've got him on top, yes.
All right, well, it's good to see that there is market support, solid support too, $4.60 down to $3.50. Number 8, I've got Show of Stars. She possibly will improve a little bit with the run under her belt, but she has been back. She's in a point, 6 to 5, down to $5. Micro number 2 on the 7-day backup. And there he is there. He's got a good chance here if things work out for him. He can hesitate a little bit, Kiana. I noticed that with quite a few of his starts. And that's what happened.
Yes.
He was on the back foot last week from the start, wasn't he?
You're right. He was flat-footed because he can be that touch tardy away.
Hopefully he jumps okay today and everything goes right. If it happens, he can. Well, I've got on Titanium there as a knockout chance. He's going to go back. Justin's good at navigating runs, and that's what he needs to do on Titanium here. So 11, 8, 2 and 5.
11, 5, 2 and 14. But I was reviewing Whitewater and just having a look at him. Yeah, he's got a bit of a woolly coat, but he's first up at this time of the year, so you would expect him to, and he'll only come on after he has this run. The trial over the 1,200 metres was good. The time was good. His first up run last prep behind Conrad Rosser was good, which really jumps off the page now. I had Titanium in a second pick as well, and he's not. I can never catch him, but he's not missed a beat. And as you said, Justin's so good at navigating runs and being patient, sort of threading the needle, and he prefers to go up the fence rather than scout wide, and he can definitely be a knockout chance. The 2 in Micro, very unlucky last start. Nice horse, will carry the weight. And then Mio Sorrento was just a victim of the track circuit last start, and he was good behind Big Short at Bow Desert. Good the start prior. And I don't mind the idea of the blinkers coming off back up to the 1,400. Hopefully he can step and be that touch closer. But he's got a nice turn of foot when he decides to show up as well. So 11, 5, 2 and 14.
Be interesting to see how Big Galley goes here. Connections have had a lot of fun with Galifianakis. He's had 13 starts, 4 wins, 3 seconds, 4 thirds. He was getting a bit of a reputation of, a bit of a nonny there at one point, but wrong. Jack put him over a bit of ground and he hadn't looked back.
He made me look very silly because I tipped him on top that day at Ipswich Maxi when he went out $1.45 favourite, and he just wouldn't put his head in front, and then he strung 4 together. So I love being proven wrong, and Galifianakis certainly proved me wrong.
But it took him a couple of runs to hit those straps last time.
Yeah.
Just looking at him in the yard, he'll trim up nicely after this. But, if you get a horse like him that can run over, middle distances here in southeast Queensland, you've got a bit of a meal ticket on your hands.
They're like cash cows, aren't they?
They are.
All right, they're loading up well. This is race number 7, our favourite, clear-cut favourite now, $3.70 Whitewater for David Van Dyke. Let's head upstairs to Dave Fowler, race number 7.
Runners, he's getting out at about $2 or $3 and some money for Charlie's Case. So let's cast our eyes back to the 1,400 starter. There's still a few to move in. Galifianakis resumes today. He'll be looking for further. Magic and Me's coming out of a second on Ipswich Cup Day, which isn't a bad form reference, but it's going off at big odds. Savvy Lad's a roughie. Titanium waiting his turn. He can be hit-miss, Titanium, but when he's on song, he can produce a strong finish, and he's probably one of the roughies in the race that you could certainly consider. Wouldn't shock if he won. Brentwood waiting its turn with Confessed and also Torbrick. So we're counting them down now. 2/3 have been placed away. Here's Titanium coming up. His win at Gatton was good. He was a mile off them. They did go hard up front, but he made up many lengths to win. So Confessed, Brentwood, Savvy Lad, and Torbrick 4 to move up. Whitewater resuming today. Off the back of an impressive trial at Deegan. Ran time there. Kyle Wilson Tatter, he rode the Tattersalls Tiara winner. He partners Whitewater here for David Van Dyke. Confessed about to move in. Now there's 3 out. We're at the halfway mark of the quaddie. 9 ready for anything into 13 Oceans to be alive so far. That was only a maiden that Oceans won, but she was impressive. I'm sure she'll develop into something pretty smart this campaign. And certainly going up in distance as well won't be a drama. It was a strong win. A Savvy Lad coming up. Savvy Lad about to go to its spot. Torbrick will be the last one to come up. Whitewater now 390. Runs the favourite in what's been a good betting race. All in. Set for a dispatch in race 7 at Eagle Farm. Just waiting on the light to be turned on. Bushido getting a bit anxious in barrier 1. There's the light. All set. They stand well. Starter with his finger poised on the button. Racing now. Bushido, Whitewater and Magic and Me. All left well. Espresso Love nicely away. And now Torbrick's gathering speed. They're going forward on Brentwood in the early part. Show of Stars settling about midfield. They're followed then by Mio Soretto and Charlie's Case just ahead of it. Then Micro, Invincible Tears, Galifianakis, followed by Confessed. Titanium second last and Savvy Lad is last. 1,000 metres left to run. Magic and Me testing Torbrick for the front and now getting it. Whitewater the favourite in a good third. Espresso Love fourth and a bit wide. Bushido parked away fifth the rail. One Charlie's Case and Brentwood. He's 3 wide outside that pair at the half mile. Then Show of Stars inside of Micro and outside the pair Mio Soretto. Another line of 3. Galifianakis covering Confessed and Invincible Tears and Titanium and Savvy Lad the last pair. 8 lengths first to last. 500 left to run. Magic and Me couldn't cross Torbrick. They'll come to the turn in the lead together. Bushido third under pressure. Whitewater next looks to be travelling well. Charlie's Case gets out to start a run. Then Espresso Love. Brentwood coming right to the outside in the straight. Torbrick, Magic and Me with Whitewater challenging them strongly. Charlie's Case about a length behind them. I see Titanium getting up to the inside, running on pretty well. Wider as Brentwood might be peaking on the run now. Whitewater in front. Titanium keeps coming, and so does Charlie's Case. Titanium right along the inside. Titanium got to the lead, and he'll win. Titanium beats home Whitewater, Charlie's Case, and Confess. Then Magic and Me, Mio Soretto, Micro, followed by Torbrick, then Galifianakis, Brentwood, Savvy Lad, Espresso Love, Invincible Tears, Show of Stars, and Bushido was last over the line.
I know he wasn't on the rails there, but he loves to sort of come along towards the inside. He's done that so many times, this horse Titanium, and he's finished like a shot out of a gun. You can see Whitewater given a beautiful ride by Kyle. The speed mapper in the race, he was there. He trucked up on the outside, but he was first up. And although he was a length clear over Titanium at the 150, you can see Titanium fit as a mallee ball, really gathering momentum under Justin Huxtable, and he's been able to draw on and score a comfortable victory. Whitewater will get that second ahead of Charlie's Case and Confessed holding down fourth. So 5, 11, 18 and 12, we're familiar with this style. Kian at Gatton last time, and here in town in particular at the midweeks, he just always probes for those inside runs.